Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Inflation Part 2, Crystal Clear Concepts. In my earlier video, which was Inflation Part 1, I have stated about the basic concept of inflation, why inflation is caused, the concept of cost push inflation, demand pull inflation, and the inflation which arises due to change in the government policies or the monetary policy inputs. I have also given you a basic concept about why inflation is caused, and I had told that I will give you a crystal clear concepts about the concept of WPI, that is the wholesale price index, the CPI, that is the consumer price index, and the IIP, that is the index of industrial production in India. So, without wasting any time, दोस्तों, let us go to inflation part 2, crystal clear concepts. How inflation is calculated in India? Before 2014, the WPI, that is the wholesale price index, was used as a measure of inflation in India. बट वो WPI जब हम लोग कैलकुलेट करते थे, इट कैप्चर्ड ओनली द प्राइस एट द होलसेल मार्केट लेवल, मतलब कंज्यूमर के एंड तक जो रिटेल का प्राइस है उसको हम लोग कैप्चर नहीं करते थे. सो इट वाज एक्चुअली नॉट गिविंग अ क्लियर कट कॉन्सेप्ट अबाउट द inflation measurement at the consumer point. So from 2013 onwards, the retail market price index is being calculated, which captures the inflation at the end user, that is the consumer level. This is called the consumer's price index, which is commonly known as the CPI. Now, before going to CPI, let us have a clear concept about the WPI or the wholesale price index. The WPI considered three broad categories of things in a basket of commodities for its calculation. वो क्या क्या broad category था और उसका weight क्या था? It consists of प्राइमरी आर्टिकल्स, दैट इज़ द रॉ मटेरियल्स फॉर्म में जो आर्टिकल्स आता था उसका 22.6% वेट लिया जाता था. फ्यूल एंड पावर कंजम्पशन, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, एनर्जी, फ्यूल, पावर 13.20 बास्केट में उसका वेट था, और मैन्युफैक्चर्ड प्रोडक्ट्स का वेट सबसे ज़्यादा था, विच वाज 64.20. ये तीनों को आप अगर एडअप करोगे तो आपको 100% आएगा. सो WPI वॉज कंसिडर्ड इन थ्री ब्रॉड कैटेगरीज ऑफ थिंग्स इन अ बास्केट फॉर इट्स कैलकुलेशन, and WPI measured the average change in the prices of commodities for bulk sale at the level of early stage of transaction. This index basket of the WPI covers commodities falling under the above three major groups, namely primary articles, fuel and power, and manufactured products. Now, what are the main application of WPI? Now, what are the main application of WPI? To provide estimates of inflation at the wholesale transaction level for the economy as a whole. This helps in timely intervention by the government to check inflation, in particular in essential commodities, before the price increase spills over to the retail prices. WPI is also used as a deflator for many sectors of the economy, including for estimating the gross domestic product by the CSO, that is the Central Statistical Organization. The WPI is also used for indexation by users in business contracts. जो हम लोग इंडेक्सेशन करते हैं कि प्रेजेंट वैल्यूएशन करने के लिए किस तरह से मेरा WPI चेंज हुआ फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर ईयर टू पर्टिकुलर ईयर, दैट इज कॉल्ड इंडेक्सेशन. इंडेक्सेशन कैलकुलेट करने के लिए भी हम लोग WPI का फिगर यूज़ करते हैं. एंड द ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर्स ऑल्सो ट्रैक WPI एज वन ऑफ द की मैक्रो इंडिकेटर्स फॉर देयर इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजंस. The government periodically reviews and revises the base year of the WPI as a regular exercise to capture structural changes in the economy and improve the quality, coverage and representativeness of the indices. The wholesale price index series in India has undergone 6 revisions in 1952-53, 61-62, 1970-71, 81-82, 93-94 and 2004-5 so far. The base year of All India WPI has been revised from 2004-5 से 2011-12 on the 12th May 2017 to align it with the base year of other macroeconomic indicators like the GDP and Index of Industrial Production. The current series of WPI is the 7th revision. The revision entails not just shifting the base year to 2011-12 from 2004-5 but also changing the mix in the basket of commodities and assigns new weights to the new commodities and also to the old commodities. The new series with base 2011-12 is equal to 100 and is based on the recommendations of the working group which was constituted on 19th March 2012 under the chairmanship of late Dr. Soumitra Chaudhary, member erstwhile Planning Commission. Now let us come to the very important concept of the Consumer Price Index or the CPI. As I told you earlier, wholesale price index capture करता था the movement of the price, the inflation level at the wholesale market level. वो कंज्यूमर लेवल तक नहीं आता था, रिटेल लेवल तक नहीं आता था. रिटेल लेवल में, कंज्यूमर लेवल में इन्फ्लेशन को कैप्चर करने के लिए the consumer price index, that is the CPI, was started in the year 2013 with the base year 2012 and having a base value of 100. Basically CPI क्या है? CPI is calculated by considering the retail price change of goods and services and by taking the average weighted value of each item in the basket. The CPI is calculated with reference to a base year which is used as a benchmark. The price change pertains to that year. Remember, when you calculate the CPI, the price of the basket in first year has to be divided by the price of the basket of the base year and then it is multiplied by 100. The consumer price index in India is calculated and there are 5 types of CPI calculated in India: the CPI for industrial workers, the CPI for agricultural workers, the CPI for rural laborers and the CPI for urban non-manual employees, and lastly there is the CPI for CPI combined. While the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation collects the CPI data and compiles it, the remaining 3 are collected by the Labour Bureau in the Ministry of Labour. Among all the above stated 4 measures, the CPI for industrial workers has a broader coverage and is the most commonly used CPI index than the other 3 indices. It is used as a cost of living index in the organized sector of the economy. Now let us see an example. मैंने आगे ही कहा है आपको कि CPI के बारे में या WPI के बारे में या इन्फ्लेशन रिलेटेड कोई भी इंडेक्स का फिगर आपको अगर देखना है फ्रॉम ए जेन्युइन सोर्स, the concerned source is the website of the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, that is www.mospi.gov.in, where we will get all details, current circulars, notifications about the CPI calculation, etc. Now please bear in mind that inflation is always calculated on year to year basis and not on month to month basis. Now see the annexed table. In the extreme left hand side we have shown the CPI general, the combined rural and urban हम लोगों ने 3 अलग अलग रो में दिखाया है और base year is 2012, the base year figure is 100. In February 2018 the CPI combined was 136.4. In February 2018 the CPI rural figure was 138.4. In February 2018 the CPI urban figure was 134. Now after 1 year, that is February 2019, the CPI combined figure has increased to 139.9. The CPI rural figure has increased to 141 from 138.4 and the CPI urban figure has increased from 134 in February 2018 to 138.6 in February 2019. Now to calculate the percentage change in inflation, the figures of February 2019 and February 2018 had to be compared. For example, how is the figure of 2.57 calculated? It is calculated by deducting 139.9, that is 139.9 minus 136.4 divided by 136.4, which will lead to 2.57. In the same way, 141 minus 138.4 divided by 138.4 is equal to 1.81, and for the CPI urban, 138.6 minus 134 is equal to 3.43. So the inflation is always calculated on year to year basis, और ये मंथ वाइज हर साल का मंथ वाइज फिगर ऑफ ईच इंडिविजुअल CPI figures will be available in the website of www.mospi.gov.in, where you will get the year wise, month wise figures. So suppose we want to see the percentage change, that is the inflation in March 2019. So we will have to compare the figure of March 2019 with March 2018. Understood? Now let us see the difference between the WPI and the CPI. The WPI reflects the change in average prices for bulk sale of commodities at the first stage of transaction, while the CPI reflects the average change in prices at retail level paid by the ultimate consumer. The prices used for compilation of WPI are collected at X factory level for manufactured products, at X mine level for minerals, and mandi level for agricultural products. In contrast, retail prices applicable to consumers and collected from various markets are used to compile the CPI figures. The reasons for the divergence between the two indices, that is the WPI and the CPI, can also be partly attributed to the difference in the weight of food group in the above two baskets. The CPI food group has a weight of 39.1% as compared to the combined weight of 24.4%, that is the food articles and manufactured food products in the WPI basket. The CPI basket consists of services like housing, education, medical care, recreation, etc., which are not a part of the WPI basket. A significant proportion of WPI item basket represents manufacturing inputs and intermediate goods like minerals, basic metals, machinery, etc., whose prices are influenced by global factors, but these are not directly consumed by the households and are not part of the CPI item basket. Thus, even significant price movements in items included in WPI basket need not necessarily translate into movements in CPI in the short run. The rise or fall in prices at wholesale level spill over to the retail level after a time period or a lag. Similarly, the movement in prices of non-tradable items included in the CPI basket widens the gap between the WPI and the CPI movements. The relative price trends of tradable vis-a-vis non-tradable is an important factor for divergence in the two indices in the short term. Now let us come to the concept of IIP, that is the Index of Industrial Production, which is also a figure very widely used in the industrial areas. The Index of Industrial Production, or the IIP as it is commonly or generally called, is an index that tracks manufacturing activity in different sectors of an economy. The IIP number measures the industrial production for the period under review, usually a month, as against the reference period. IIP is a key economic indicator of the manufacturing sector of the economy. There is a lag of 6 weeks in the publication of IIP index data after the reference month ends. IIP index is currently calculated using 2011-12 as the base year. Electricity, crude oil, coal, cement, steel, refinery products, natural gas and fertilizers are the 8 main core industries that comprise about 40% of the weight of items included in the Index of Industrial Production. Mining, manufacturing and electricity are the 3 broad sectors in which IIP constituents fall. In case of Index of Industrial Production in India, IIP data is compiled and published by the Central Statistical Organization, that is the CSO, every month. The Central Statistical Organization operates under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, that is MOSPI. The IIP data once released is also available in the PIB website. The factory production data, that is the IIP, is used by various government agencies such as the Ministry of Finance, the RBI, the private firms and analysts among others for various analytical purposes. This IIP data is also used to compile the gross value added of the manufacturing sector in the GDP calculation on a quarterly basis. दोस्तों, now we have come to the end of the part 2, that is inflation part 2, and let us now conclude by seeing why inflation or a moderate level of inflation is good for the economy. A moderate level of inflation that does not pinch the consumer, मैंने जो आपको बताया था part 1 में कि 2% to 3% to 4% in a developing country like India, and which does not pinch the consumer and encourages business activity and competition, is usually considered good for the economy. As part of the monetary policy framework, the government has mandated the RBI, that is the Reserve Bank of India, to keep retail inflation at 4% within a band of 2 percentage points. One of the major results of inflation in an economy is the general slowdown of the economy. When this happens, unemployment rates rise, the purchasing power of the consumer decreases, credit becomes expensive. All this cause a strain on the entire financial system of the country. दोस्तों, when inflation is too high, of course, it is definitely not good for the economy or individuals. Inflation will always reduce the value of money unless interest rates are higher, which beats inflation, and the higher inflation gets, the less chance there is that savers will see any real return on their money. Friends, we have now come to the end of the 2-part series of inflation. I hope I have been able to give you a crystal clear concept about the concept of inflation, why and how inflation is caused, the basic parameters which are considered in the computation of a WPI, what is WPI, the concept of CPI or the consumer price index, and the IIP, that or the index of industrial production, how they are calculated in India, which is the authority which calculates all these indices, which is the website or where will you get the details and the authentic source of CPI calculations, its notices, your circulars, etc. And we conclude by seeing that a moderate level of inflation is good for the economy. Thank you दोस्तों. Let us wait for the next video on what is the concept of the Sensex, Nifty, and the basic idea about the stock market, capital market, and the money market functioning in India. For today, good night. Have a nice time. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you.